Okay, so you want to play like Asal. Now I've got good news and bad news for you. The good news is that if you've got the right body shape and if you've got the right body characteristics, then it's more than attainable for you. In other words, more than attainable if you want to do all the work and train really hard and get really strong. But if you don't have the body characteristics, if you don't have the powerful body build, then you won't be able to play like Asal. It's pretty much that simple. And there's a few reasons for that. You see, he basically has... He's got a strong, powerful foundation when he hits. That comes from his strong core muscles, and he's got strength on full reach, which still maintains strength on those areas. So it's pretty phenomenal. The other ones which are really important for him is the dynamic, explosive leg power with a fast power lunge. All right, so they're the ones that make the difference. So it's explosive muscles. He uses a really strong short wrist really often off a foundation strong hit, and he's very strong, very tall with a really good lunge. What he does is he manufactures a game plan that allows him to easily match it with fitness with anybody on the circuit. So we'll go through each of the shots, the forehand, the backhand movement and tactics, and then we'll have a bit more of a closer look at just what he does, why he does it, and how he's just so good. Okay, so let's take a look at his forehand. Now, the forehand drive, the cross court, he often goes with no shoulders. Now that's from a position where he's got a really strong body position. So his wrist is so strong, really short follow through. And you see his opponent just can't get onto that volley even though it's sort of out in the middle. And after that, he's now in a reasonable position to start attacking that next shot. We'll have a look at another one. And once again, ball comes back. No shoulders, low prep, strong arm. Even a hold there, comes in, holds his body, and then plays the shot. And that will actually put him in a position where he's in control. See his opponent stretching and reaching. That's really, really difficult shot to play, to put it in with any form of control and capability. So where possible, if he's got body on the ball, it's a no-shoulder cross court. Okay, so his strong wrist doesn't just happen at the back of the court. What happens is when he's on full extension, that wrist there will bury the ball really quickly. See how quickly that ball got back there. And it allows for really great deception. Here, just a little wrist flick and bang, pitches the ball to depth, dying depth. It's just phenomenal. So the real wrist strength is something you need to build, something you need to work on to get that sort of ability. But once you get it, it adds deception massively, and that's the difference at the PSA level. Deception wins more points at the top level because everybody's so fit, so fast, and so strong. Okay, he likes to attack at the back of the court rather than the front, so we're going to show you the situation here. See the ball pops out in the middle. Now his opponent hasn't even really moved forward enough to say that he's going to cover everything short, but he elects to go with the power drive either way, and what that does, it opens up an opportunity to turn his opponent around and bang. Therein is just another point from a setup. So he could have gone short, but he elects to go deep because he's so powerful and so strong. It's just such a weapon. Okay, I'll take a look at his backhand. Now what he likes to do is when he cross courts, he'll once again use his wrist from here. And often it's a rising ball, no shoulders, so he keeps his head down, tucks the wrist, and that adds deception, which makes it difficult for his opponent to get on the volley. Even with a straight drive here, it'll be an arm hit, but there'll be a reasonable amount of wrist through the ball at the same time. So it's not a big motion, and it's quite a good controlled hit. It goes really accurately, and it's really, really capable. I'll have a look at another one from here. And come back here, it's a little jab, flick, wrist at the same time. Not the best shot in the world. Once again here, he's in a difficult situation. It's just a little jab wrist. So it's almost like he keeps his wrist in one position and then activates it through the ball. So watch this here. So from here, his wrist stays there, and then he swings, and then he'll finish his arm follow through after his wrist. So his wrist will actually get him out of trouble and not have to use too much body turn to get the ball in. So he'll have to have a strong foundation when he does that, but it's a real action on wrist strength to get through the ball, which is pretty phenomenal. I'll have a look at one more. We come back here. and once again it's the head still, wrist tucks around behind the corner, and that's just how it all works. This one here, what he does is he likes to not attack at the front court too much. So what he'll do is he'll actually float the ball from here. So instead of taking advantage where he's in front and his opponent hasn't made enough forward motion, he's still going to use his wrist and go down the wall, control the rally, and get back into a strong position, because he wants to drive, kill a lot, and rather than come in and attack somebody at the front court. We'll talk about that a little bit more through the tactics and so on. So it's no risky drops off the backhand as well for Asal. It's all about control, and here's that wrist, bang, and there's a wrist comes out. See, its wrist is still turned back on the follow through, so it really is a strong wrist motion through the ball. Okay, the makeup of Asal's body is that he's really powerful, really strong, and he can activate really strong muscles, but it's not the sharp, fast muscles with say, lightning quick reflexes and the ability to just deflect the ball in when he's rushed. So what happens here, you see this is a potential volley. He's not in a bad position, the ball's almost hit back to him, but he just knows that it's going to hit the back wall, so he's not even going to take a risk, even though he could actually take time away from his opponent. He's just going to let it go, watch it come back, and then play the power drive. Once again, he could go forward with a really quick, sharp little shuffle, but he's just going to wait for the ball because he knows it's coming off the back wall, and he'd rather play in his strength, which is a driving game, rather than trying to attack somebody off a faster ball where he's just not quite ready. So although he's got this massive power, there is a cost in the actual lightning sharp speed of movement, but once he gets it moving, once he gets his body going, the power is just phenomenal. So those power lunges and stuff that he's got are just phenomenal. Now, just to talk about this power lunge just quickly, because he's extremely explosive, powerful on a lunge. What happens is, we go back, you might say this shot wasn't very good, but the best thing here is the recovery. So one thing is to power lunge. So you can power lunge and stay in the ball and play a really high quality shot, but he's going to prioritize on coming off the ball. So watch this, he's going to hit the ball and he's up straight away. Now he's up, ready to go. So he's almost got, I'd say he's got balance before, which is now, he's got full balance before his opponent can even strike the ball. So his priority's been movement rather than actually to get the ball as high a quality as he possibly can. It's about a situation where he just gets back in the game. Now, he's not in the best position at all, but he's gone and made sure that he's got enough to cover off whatever comes next. And now he'll just place the ball down the back, reset the rally, and off he goes. So we have a look again. We look, it'll be a power lunge here. So the ball's there, he's going to look at powerful takeoff, and bang, he hit that with absolute power, and his recovery was just phenomenal. And then from there it just becomes really simple, just put the ball away. From here, we just watch his recovery. His recovery is just phenomenal off a lunge. It's just unbelievable. Like, that's just such a big dynamic step. Full extension, his foot slides a little bit as he hits. This is core strength, and this is muscle foundation strength and structure. Being able to hold your structure, not turn shoulders, play across court really quickly and really deep, and get full control over your body so you can attack. It's all about attacking this one if you wanted to. Or he's going to actually hold his shot, which is what he did. It's how he chose to run with that one. So his lateral movement is really quick. So there's one thing to lunge forward, but you can lunge sideways. So now he's going straight across, and that's in your hip direction, which is generally quite quick for most people. So it's a strong wrist off a full extension, and basically he's gone as far as he possibly can. And just once again, watch the recovery. Whole body down, lift it up, and straight out of that, and by the time his opponent could volley it, he'd be here, he'd basically be back on balance again. It's gone back behind his opponent, so he's actually gone back for it, and that's how it all works. So his speed and power is not just all about getting the ball early, it's about recovery and foundation strength through your body, so you hold your core strong. So it really is quite amazing. So Asal's game is designed around his body characteristics, which the strong power drives off sharp, dynamic, powerful movements, not using shoulders to be deceptive, and every time he gets in a situation where he could be just lulled into a sharp attacking game at the front of the court, what he does here, he'll just reset it, get it back down there. Most players would have gone and dropped that simply because he's got a good body position, his opponent hasn't caught up with him, and it can actually allow them to be in a wide, from a wide situation. You can almost hit the nick on this one, so it's not a bad position to drop on, but he just won't do that. He'll just reset, go down the back, get it back where his main strength is, and start to attack through here. Really strong in that backhand corner as well. Anything back here, he's just powerfully strong at. He'll let it go off the back wall all the time if it's going to hit the back wall, so there's no stress on his body. So the last thing we're going to finish on is the fact that he respects quality shots. So what happens is he won't play attacking shots, like that's a controlled shot here. Again, this is a reasonable shot for depth. He's going to play a controlled shot. So he will sit it out and look for the wide drive where he's got some work on the ball. Once again, respect with the strong arm, strong body. And again, because the ball's pitching relatively deep, it's just not all brute force. It's a good blend of quality, control, and power when the ball's open. So when the ball becomes open, he'll start to attack it with a little bit more strength. He's got to have body strength, and here it comes. This is the power to go faster, so he's up to speed, and then he's onto a sharp wrist volley, and it's just taking his opponent's time away. So there you go, that's Asal. That's how he does it. It's all about body characteristics, understanding what those characteristics are and making the most from them. Pretty awesome. Just love watching Asal play. Love his ability, and I love how he understands just what he's capable of and maximizes his strengths. There you go. Hope you enjoy it.